Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. Back at y'all with my second video of the day. I just wanted to touch on this briefly, man, because it's some disappointing news, or possibly disappointing news, that's surfacing around the boxing world right now, and that's between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. You feel what I'm saying? They just had a very competitive fight, scored a draw, about a month or so ago, and well, it's about to be a month, I think, at this point. But regardless, very, very controversial fight. Gervonta Davis took that knee. There was no 8 count that was given. Again, his face wiped in the corner. That was eligible for disqualification. But regardless, they gave Gervonta Davis a pass. Lamont Roach had put on a spectacular performance, and a performance that a lot of people didn't really anticipate from Lamont. And since then, there's been a demand for an immediate rematch between the two. And we've heard Gervonta Davis come out and say things along the lines of, that's a rematch that I want next, but it might not happen next. And there was these rumors that was going around that Gervonta Davis may possibly face Jake Paul in an exhibition bout. Jake Paul was in the building, and Jake Paul is a good businessman. You feel what I'm saying? So he's all about the money, and he knows that a fight between him and Gervonta Davis, whether it counts on the books or not, would generate a lot of revenue, and that's what he in it for. You feel what I mean? I'm not blaming him, but, there was a lot of backlash behind that. A lot of people weren't satisfied, with this with this fight being next. So Gervonta Davis felt the pressure from the people, and he was saying that he may possibly do this rematch with Lamont Roach in May. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's exactly his words, but that was the rumor that was going around that end of May, that he'll be rematching Lamont. And Lamont said that, on Cam and Mace's channel, it is what it is. That his end of the deal was already signed, like pretty much saying like he good to go, like he ready for the rematch, but he definitely looking for some additional payola. He's looking for a bigger bag. And I can't be mad at Lamont Roach, because I've heard him say in the past that the payday that he was getting from Gervonta Davis was around the same payday that he would have received at 130 pounds against another opponent. So he didn't necessarily do it for the bag, in the first fight. He did it for opportunity, because he knew that beating Gervonta Davis would do more for his career and catapult him to a different level in comparison to a fight at 130 pounds. You feel what I'm saying? So he took a regular payday, maybe how you may perceive it, a low ball offer from Gervonta Davis. You feel what I'm saying? And because, they showed to be of a similar level in that fight, and he put on a tough competitive bout where a lot of people thought, he possibly gave Gervonta Davis his first L, or technically that should have been Gervonta Davis's first L. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I think that he's deserving of a bigger payday. Now, how much more he should be receiving, that's up to them. That's up to what Lamont Roach, negotiates, him and his team, or whatever the fuck the case is. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about none of that. But the fact that this fight may possibly be in jeopardy due to the fact that Gervonta Davis or his team doesn't want to pay Lamont Roach more is absolutely ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? And on some real shit, if this fight ends up falling through the cracks because Gervonta Davis doesn't want to compensate the man what he's worth, then that's a duck in my eyes. You feel what I'm saying? I highly doubt that Lamont Roach is asking for this extraordinary amount of money where, it just don't make sense from a business aspect. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's going to be pretty sensible in business. I'm sure that he wants to run that rematch back because he believes in his abilities. And, just based off of Lamont Roach's character and what he's given off, in previous interviews and stuff like that, he cares more about the opportunity than the bag. You feel what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, Lamont ain't no dummy. You feel what I mean? He ain't no dummy. So he knows that there's going to be more of a demand for this rematch than it was in the first fight. Because let's keep it a buck. Nobody really gave a fuck about the first fight. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't asking about it. People was underestimating Lamont Roach, myself included. You feel what I mean? Not in a disrespectful way, but I just thought that Gervonta had what it took to beat him. And I thought that it was going to be like an early to mid round stoppage, between 4 and 6. That's how I had it. You feel what I'm saying? So, now it went from people not giving a fuck about the fight to this being the next fight that they want to see. So because there's much more of a demand and people are, craving this fight at this point, compensate that man. Pay that man more money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that y'all pay-per-views buys is going to go through, it's going to be a lot bigger. Stop fucking penny pinching and acting like y'all the only motherfuckers who need to get paid in this situation. You feel what I'm saying? But that's just my honest opinion on this shit, man. Hopefully this fight is not in jeopardy. Hopefully these rumors are false. And I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, if they let this fight go by and they go and they decide to fight Jake Paul anyway, that's a massive duck. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show that he doesn't really believe in himself how he claims to. He doesn't feel like he's the best how he claims to. Because when we saw Mayweather go through some tough fights with guys, we seen Floyd give them immediate rematches. When we seen Andre Ward have tough fights, you know, we seen him run immediate rematches. Like, this is what, you know, top tier guys do when they know that their level's above somebody and, you know, they looking to prove that, you know, the first fight was just like some lucky shit or it was just a, you know, a bad day in the ring. You feel what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis, all-time great. He got sparked twice. Oliver McCall and Hakeem Rahman, they both stopped him. What did he do? He ran that shit back with them ASAP. And was able to stop them because he knew that they wasn't on his level and they just caught him lacking. Gervonta, you have to do the same thing. Now, I know you don't give a fuck about your legacy and shit like that, but I'm sure you care about being this legend that you so-called claim to be in Baltimore and shit like that. You know, because in his eyes, that's enough. Best believe them people in Baltimore will be looking at you sideways. Best believe they'll be looking at you sideways if you don't run that fade back with Lamont Roach. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Fight may possibly be in jeopardy between Gervonta and Lamont. You feel what I'm saying? Should Lamont Roach get paid more or should he get paid the same? You know, I'm not saying Lamont should be the A side, but I do think they need to be a little bit more respectable coming to the table with that bag, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. This Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.